Well, in my prediction, I thought it would end in a draw, 2-2 draw, but it finally ended in favor of a club known as Arsenal, especially into what we call the full 90. Arsenal has gone ahead to beat Manchester United in the full 90 by 2-1, and Man United have gone ahead to win penalties by 3-4. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. A game of football where we've gone ahead to lose two players that are really very important into the start of our season, and I don't know for how long they're really gonna be out, but I'm really waiting to see what Erik ten Hag is really gonna be saying about this encounter and what he'll tell us about Rasmus Højlund and Yoro, because those are two players that you have to admit that we badly need them. We badly need those players to obviously coming through and really put in a very huge shift into the mix. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And it's all about us discussing that game and really see what really went wrong, right? What really went wrong into that game and what really went right, because we've gone ahead to lose two players. Rasmus Højlund was one of those, and it will be music to our ears if at all Erik ten Hag tells us that it was a precaution, right? If they come out and tell us that it was a precaution, I'll be like, all right, then that's good to hear. But if it wasn't a precaution and it was really a very bad injury, then it's really gonna be very bad for us, because Rasmus Højlund looks like it was like a hamstring, and you know, that it has gone ahead to disturb him on several occasions. Even last season, most of the injuries he got were really hamstrings, you understand? And for Rasmus Højlund, it's really very tricky that we don't have a player in called Joshua Zirkzee training with the club of Manchester United. And I'm like, what exactly is it gonna be like when you're playing against Man City into the Community Shield? Because that is supposed to be a very huge game. We have to obviously go ahead and really show Man City that we can beat you on two different encounters, you know. But will we go with the same system? And remember, not having Amrabat, you know, who went ahead obviously occupy that huge space, and I don't believe that Casemiro is really ready in the mood to obviously cover for us that huge space as the club of Manchester United. So the good thing is that Zirkzee will join the club of Manchester United soon. The moment we leave the States, he'll obviously be ready for us to obviously join the club. And I don't know whether he's really going to be ready, but I'm just waiting for the news of Erik ten Hag for Rasmus Højlund, the man who really came in through and obviously scored that opener in the 10th minute. And that ball over the top for Marcus Rashford, he really went ahead to really outpower and outpace the youngster who was playing in the central defense of Arsenal, that is Hunter, and he went ahead to score a very good goal as Rasmus Højlund. If you know Rasmus Højlund, that is his trademark goal, and it shows you their communication with Marcus Rashford, that they now know the player. And I believe Rasmus Højlund is really going to be a threat in this coming season, because now the players playing around him know him better. Even Bruno, towards the end of the season, you saw that Bruno was really trying to look out for him in every corner of the pitch, and I think he's gonna read him well, like a glove. And I believe that it has been really a very bad reason for us not to have Bruno onto the preseason, because if Bruno was on the preseason with Rasmus Højlund, they would have gone ahead to obviously build more magic, as he's really the number 10 that plays close to this guy. But when you look at that game of football, Manchester United has come in through and obviously put in a very good shift, because they were really trying to be the best transitional team, and trying it out against Arsenal, and it works out, shows you that Erik ten Hag is usually or is soon getting in there. And that shows you the style of play that the board has gone ahead to agree on to play, because we all know that ten Hag can play tiki-taka, but at Manchester United looks like we want to be the best transitional team. And I think he sat down with the board and explained to them how he wants to obviously turn United into one of the best transitional teams in the world, and the board was like, all right, we've gone ahead to sink into the idea, go on, and we're ready to see how things pan out. Because if you're a giant, you need to create your own style of play. You don't need to duplicate. And he's trying to improve a little bit on the style of Sir Alex Ferguson, if at all you remember, on how we used to play as a side of Manchester United. And it is really something great for the club of Manchester United, and it's really getting us to the levels that we deserve to be as a side of Manchester United. So that is it, that we are in for it as a club of Manchester United, and a lot is really going our way, and I just love it when it's really sounding that way, because the moment you really see the style of play, then you'll get to know that we are going to be playing like this in the next season. And Rasmus Højlund was really released close to, I think, twice. Marcus Rashford in the 10th minute, resulting into the goal. And I think in the 34th minute, he was really, he met that cross by Bissaka on the near post, and that resulted him into getting injured. And he got out of the pitch. And I think in a game like this, you shouldn't force. Even if you're playing in the final of the Champions League, why force? Because it might result into a very worse injury. I saw it when Arsenal was really playing against a team called Nottingham, and Julian Timber really got an injury, and they forced him back on the field of play, and it costed him the entire season. That is Julian Timber for you. So managers nowadays tell the players, if at all you're not feeling okay, don't force yourself back onto the field of play, because it is really very, very costly for the team. So Rasmus Højlund scored, and the team really looked great. The intensity was really right. They're really closing in, fighting for second balls. That quick passing, looking out to other players was really great, because we really put in a very big show. Sorry about that, but went ahead to put up a very big show into the mix for the club of Manchester United, and it resulted into us getting forward. But we conceded 2 goals, but the first goal was offside, and I've gone ahead to tell people to the Rokani Media Football that if I'm a United fan, why would I come out and complain of that offside? This is a friendly game, and if I told you had VAR, we all understand that that goal would have gone ahead to stand. So why come out and obviously try to cry about spoiled milk? It is an offside, broad daylight. Why go ahead and obviously find yourself in a position of really complaining about it? And secondly, why didn't we create, or why didn't we kill off most of our chances? Because I remember in this first half, Amadi Diallo was really released by Rasmus Højlund, went in for a shot saved by the goalkeeper. Then Amadi Diallo went ahead to release Mount, and Mount went in for a shot in there for you. I think Harry Maguire on like 2-3 occasions on the set pieces. We looked out for him. Even in the second half, United had really a very good flow. McTominay, and this is where a man comes in through Anthony. I hate him. He got the ball in good positions, and guess what he did? He went in for a shot. You get? And I was like, what is this man all about? You are having very many bodies, and you're trying to go in for that curling effort. And I saw Eric Ten Hag clapping his hands, and I was like, why would you clap for Anthony? Why would you? Because he is not doing what he's supposed to be doing. If it's Ahmad, you see to it that he would have gone ahead to obviously find himself in a position of really looking out for a better pass. You get? But this Anthony guy, I tell you, if Anthony continues to play like that, this is going to be his last season at the club of Manchester United, and they'll be like, Anthony, thank you very much, bye-bye. That is it, because he's really annoying. He's really annoying, losing balls, and I was like, something's really wrong with this guy. They've gone ahead to obviously bring on the pitch when Amadi Diallo has gone ahead to do things that you can easily do, but you go in for the hard things. Get that ball, pass it to the nearby player, and move on, into space, and you'll get what we call a return pass that will obviously be ready for you to get to where you deserve to be. So this guy needs to know exactly where he's supposed to fall as a guy, and he needs to improve his craft. Otherwise, if he doesn't improve his craft, I tell you, he's really gonna lose his position to Amad Diallo, because Diallo is improving game in, game out, you know, and you saw to it that every time he got on the ball as Diallo, he put in a very good shift into the mix. The second one, obviously, young man is called Scallion, and Martinelli bossed him. Obviously, we anticipated that because he rarely gates to players like those. Martinelli is super fast, but you also ask yourself, where was the right winger Anthony? Because if the guy is running with the ball like that, then you need to find yourself, where is Anthony? Because Anthony would have gone to be behind Martinelli, piling pressure onto him. You get? And we really lacked a little bit of compactness into that central defense, because how can someone really chop in a ball of that length and then he doesn't really get stopped? So the good thing is that that is not the central defense partnership that you anticipate that it is going to be having of Evans and I think Bennett. But all in all, it's really great for the club of Manchester United that we've gone ahead to play against Arsenal, and we are left with 2 games to go, and we are playing Rio Betis next as a club of Manchester United, and I believe it will give us some good competition and competitive edge to obviously prepare for the game of Liverpool and then get into Man City as we do the needful. So today is done, and Arsenal is going to hit to beat us by 2-1, but Andrew Onana is going to hit to save a penalty, and it was really something great for the club of Manchester United. But let me talk about Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro had a very good game, but after the break, he was like, it was the water break, I think it came in through around the 35th minute. He was like, I cannot really continue. And I think we don't know exactly what happened to him, because we never found him into a situation of really colliding with the player or what. But I think it's all about the artificial turf, because these players are really so much used to playing onto what we call the green grass that is really natural, but this turf was really very artificial and costed him a lot. But we pray to it that he doesn't really be out for so long, because we need him badly, and it has to really trigger the side of Manchester United, obviously rush and get in Matthias de Ligt, because if you don't get him in, then we might start a season with only 2 fit central defenders in Evans and Lisandro Martinez and maybe Harry Maguire. But you cannot really rely so much on Harry Maguire, because injuries have gonna hit to obviously kick in into his career hugely, and that's why I anticipate it's really gonna be hard for him to obviously find himself in a position of really putting in a shift that is really needed at the club of Manchester United, and maybe act as a red flag for other clubs to obviously go ahead and really sign him. But Mason Mount looked good. Amaz, oh my god, that young lad. I'm gonna be talking about them in the reactions, but I like the intensity. I like that transition, because it was really good, and that's the plan of Erik ten Hag. It was going to have to be replicated immediately into the mix. So I loved the way we played, and we scored the first goal in the 10th minute. Gabriel Jesus offside goal in the 26th minute that was really given. Martinelli 81st minute, he really went ahead to obviously score into the mix. Let's get into the stats of the game. 6 shots by Arsenal. United had 10 at goal. 3 shots on target for both sides. 58% ball possession by Arsenal. 42% ball possession by Manchester United. 449 passes completed by Arsenal. United completed 323 passes. 84% passing accuracy. 76% passing accuracy. 10 fouls by Arsenal. 11 fouls by Man United. No yellow cards issued to any side. No red cards issued to any side. 5 offsides for Arsenal. 0 to Man United. 3 corners to Arsenal and 6 corners to the side of Manchester United. So that is it coming in through from the guy himself known as Gogo. Now I got to Adepare Opeyemi. You were telling us that good morning RD. Then Brian Owili, good morning RD. Let's have our signing like Ugarte and Delete. By the way, today has been a communication to everyone who thinks that Scott McTominay, Casemiro can do the job. They can't do the job. They can't. How many sloppy passes has Scott McTominay put out? Casemiro looked slow, falling off the pace already. And I tell you, it's really one of those moments that you believe we should get in Ugarte, Delete, Amrabat into the mix. But we wait and see what the plan for the team is. Then Mansari. Have we really signed Ugarte from PSG? Please confirm. No, we haven't. Angiro Moses, not yet. Confirmed. Then Joel Mulea, morning. How far is Delete and Ugarte? Don't worry, we are going to beat Arsenal in the Premier League. Yeah, you know we'll beat them at Old Trafford, and they might beat us at their stadium. But Delete's first bid was rejected, and United is planning to put in another bid. That is it. Then the other guy is called Ugarte. Looks like this coming week that you are getting into is really going to be very important, as they are closing in on a player called Yao Neves. You get? Deal is going to have to be agreed. Yao Neves plus a player known as Sanchez. You remember that Portuguese guy? You know? Sanchez, who played for Bayern Munich and Lille. He was loaned to Roma. They're adding him as a make weight onto the deal to obviously accomplish it. Allow Lincolns. I pray that it should be minor injury to those players, but we should not stop playing friendly matches with Arsenal, because each and every time players of Man United play, get injuries for them. All right, you're right, because last time we found ourselves in a position of losing Amadi Diallo, right? But this time around, 2 players are going to have to be lost. But it's the game of football. They would have gone even to get injured when they're playing against Real Betis because of the intensity that they had gone ahead to put the game at, because they're really chasing every guy into the mix. Brian Mbale from Uganda, Mongomi Onesimus. It's very nice display for Manchester United. That's just a friendly. Yeah, they really played very well, and I like the way they really chased the ball. Angiro Moses, Anthony must leave this season because of his poor crosses. He never even put in a cross. It was all about an effort going at goal. Nixon, Anthony is still one-trick pony. This dude, he still refuses to go right, and all the defenders know it, and he won't change. Yeah, looks like he won't change. Jumba Muhammad, we need quality players immediately. All right, and we need 4 players, by the way. Right back, central defender, 2 central midfielders. We need 4 players in immediately. That is it. And I don't know where and how we are going to be getting them on to the side of Manchester United. Then Angiro Moses, the stats for United were they were not bad. We had a very good game. That is it. And we had chances to kill off the game. That is it. Codette David, I have gotten hope the way and the players are really working hard. They really ran. I like the way their intensity was really on point, and it really made me think that, oh, maybe something good might be cooking in there. Let's go into the player ratings. Onana, I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. His ball distribution, especially those long balls, we are really off really, and I think he needs to improve on that. Short stopping, he was really nice, and he gets a 6 out of 10. Then Bisaka, 6.5 out of 10. Then we go to the left. Amaz, 7.5 out of 10 for me. He was one of the best players in the field of play. Lenny Yoro, 6.5 out of 10. Maguire, 6 out of 10. Casemiro, 6 out of 10. Amad Diallo, 7.5 out of 10. Rashford for the assist, 7 out of 10. Mount, So, as it stands, we go to the other player, Collier. Collier put in a very good shift, by the way, that midfield, and we went ahead to put in a very good show. 7 out of 10. Ahmad, 7.5 out of 10. Rashford, 7 out of 10. Rasmus Højlund, 7.5 out of 10, right? Mason Mount, 7.2 out of 10. That is it. We go to the subs that came on through. We saw Fish. Fish came on through, and for me, Fish, 7 out of 10. Which other player came on? Hannibal, 6 out of 10. Scallion, how many? 6.5 out of 10. Murray, 6.5 out of 10. Evans, 7 out of 10. Bennett, 7.5 out of 10. Ericsson, 5.5. Scott McTominay, 5 out of 10. Oyelede, 7 out of 10. Sancho, 6.5 out of 10. Anthony, 5 out of 10. Whitley, 6.8 out of 10 for me, and that's what we went ahead to get. I'm having Kenneth Wakalo from Mbale. Thank you for watching through. And for me, my man of the match is Amaz. I'm going with that young left back. Amaz went ahead, obviously put in a very good shift. And Saka says we have a good game, and I saw a lot of improvement watching from Malawi. You're right, yeah. It was really an improved game. And guys, thank you for watching through. I think we are going to be getting back into the transfers very soon. And that's what we had for you. Waiting for the big story from Erik ten Hag onto the double injury blow that was going to hit, obviously, face the club of Manchester United into the mix. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Thank you for watching in through. It has been the game, and I'm going to give you the player ratings. You can as well go into the live chat and tell me who is your man of the match, because for me, I've gone in for the young lad, lefter known as Amaz, down there.